went down,
Mm-hmm.
everything was fucking edited out. So
Yeah. No, a lot of shit definitely was.
yeah. So
But
I gave
John, huh?
I said I gave them my version. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can, I guess, go start. I don't know how you want to go about
I'm
this.
like half asleep. Jonathan texts me. He's like, I didn't know you know Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan. I've known Jonathan for years. He literally said I
Yeah.
told you. I didn't believe him, but I guess he really did tell you.
Yeah, Jonathan, I literally just saw, I was like, okay, let's get on here because I think we both don't like Johnny.
That's the real tea. That's why this whole time when I've been seeing you tweet about me, I've been confused because at the end of the day, I know that everything that we went through in the house, obviously, like I said, I understand because you've never done the whole TV shit. So I know that that pressure is a lot. But like
Mm-hmm.
my problem in the house was never necessarily you. I was never like hating on you. It wasn't that. Obviously, we got into it because of bullshit, some random shit. But I never had problems with you after the fact. And so when I came back out, and now that the show is like we're having to relive it, I've still been confused because I'm like, what did I personally do to you?
Well,
To
I haven't tweeted anything about you, honestly, and I haven't said anything about you. And even when the show was, filming, like I told Johnny from the beginning, like I said over and over, I don't want to talk to Nurys. I don't need to talk to Nurys. She's not my partner, You're my partner. And me talking to her is not going to get anywhere. Like it's just not, because it's not her that I have a problem with, it's you.
mm-hmm.
Um, so, but like, even though like deep down, like me and Johnny, like I just had to support I had to support whatever he wanted to do. And just seeing like the end of that episode, it's just like, damn, like, I mean, I don't know why you guys aren't talking anymore, but that alone is just like, you did all of that for what? Like, did all of that to make me feel like shit, to not even like act like you give a fuck.
Mm.
It's just like, you just did all of that for what?
Yep. And then so I will straight up tell you too. So you know the day that you tweeted oh what a hoe or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
he told me that you straight up told him that that tweet was about me.
Well, that tweet was, I was not being, that tweet was based off of the trailer. So that tweet was based strictly off of the trailer. And yeah, that was about you. I forgot about that tweet. That tweet was about you. But that was the only thing.
Yeah, because I seen
Huh?
pages and then you had said, oh, the tweet's not about her. You guys are assuming. And so I asked him about that and he was like, she's lying. She
Mm.
told me that that was about you. So he's been kind of like, still being messy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like it was, but it was also, it was towards a couple people, not just you, but realistically, I'm like, it mainly fits for her because after I saw the trailer, I just saw the trailer of like you and Jordan, and I fuck with Tori. Like Tori's like really, like me and Tori are cool. And so that was just basing off of that, not even the fact of you and Johnny having a situation. So and after I posted it, I deleted it because I was like, I don't want to be a bully. Like I don't want to be a bully bitch. Like it's not who I it didn't even honestly sit right with me because I don't know how the rest of the story unfolds. And it just didn't feel good like calling you that, because it's just like it just is not who I was. I was definitely reacting out of emotion, and because I thought that it was different between you and Johnny. Like, I thought you guys were working on something outside of the game. So I'm just like, why? Like, why? I'm just like, damn, like all of that's just messy as fuck.
I wish they would have shown like my actual interviews. My of course they only show me in the light of me being like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss him, which I did say those things too, but I was always super realistic as to what me and Johnny were. Like I always knew that we were never gonna work out out in the real world. Like even when like I had conversations with everybody in the house after the fact and they're like, so what about you and Johnny? I was like, what about me and Johnny? Me and Johnny were for here for now and
Hmm.
not here now, and he's 23. He's about to be back in LA. Do you guys really think that man's about to be loyal to me for however long? You know what I mean? I very much always knew that was never going to be a real thing, and I never really wanted to pursue nothing for real with him. And then obviously everything else happens, which we can't talk about now, but yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah, for me, it was just like I wasn't mad at you in the first place. I was never mad at you because, again, like I wasn't interested in you. You know, it all stemmed from Johnny, and that's really what it comes down to. You know, and then at the end of it, it's like now that I look at it, wow, like I was tripping on him for what? Like,
But I was telling you that too because I was like, I had always told when I had that talk with you in the first place, I had always told you like forget him. At the end of the day, I was like, I told you, I was like, I knew he had told me that he like was feeding you basically dreams before you guys got in there, and that's why I told you I had your back when it came to that because I knew that he was the problem in that situation. I even told him that, which is why, like I said, I never was coming at you in the house when it came to any of that. I even told you, I was like, if you feel like you really need to be spending more time with him, I told you, I was like, I barely spent time with him during the daytime because I wanted you guys to build a closer friendship and a closer bond like Nelson and I did because
mhm,
you and Nelson were kind of in like similar places because Nelson thought that me and him were about to be something. And then obviously
yeah,
up too. So
hmm
that like I knew where you were at mentally, and like that's why I kept trying to tell you like, girl, we need to stick together, and I wanted us to all be friends together because I wanted you guys to be a part of my alliance. I wanted you guys to stay. I wanted you guys to be, like yeah, I wanted us all to be cool, kumbaya, because there was no reason for us, at least me and you, to have beef.
yeah. And I wasn't like trying to have beef with you, but you know, it was just like on top, like he just wasn't there in the way that I needed him. And I know you talked about me going in his bed. That was the first night of that episode when
Yeah.
I was literally scared shitless, like not knowing what to expect, you know, and we barely spoke like all fucking day. Like we were barely fucking speaking. Like we literally spoke before the challenges and he would just expect me to compete well with him. And then that was it. And for me, it was like, I needed more than that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I needed more than that. And that's not your fault. Like that's not your responsibility. And I didn't have any expectations from you or anything. Like I really don't have any drama or beef with you really. Like me
That's
calling you a hoe. Like,
As for today, when I made my comment, I mean, I took it more as haha because I was like, maybe at this point, she might not want Johnny, honestly.
oh girl, I know you were being funny.
I was at this because at this point, I'm like, you keep being like you and Nurys. I'm like, you sure? Maybe it's not him.
No, that was funny though. That was funny. Cause no,
Like,
no, at the
like
like
Nurys Twitter fingers. I was like, that's the first shit that I've said, and I was like, I thought it was funny. Like they take shit to the fucking heart. They just like I was like, at least the people that ride for you, they're like, oh my God, no, you're fake. Go at her. They're like adding you. Go get her, get her, get her. And I'm like, the shit was supposed to be haha funny. Like, calm down. But
yeah, no, that's why I laughed and said, bitch, bye.
I know, and I didn't. That's
Like I didn't even want to entertain it. I didn't even want to entertain it because I knew you weren't being serious. And I'm just like, at this point, like after seeing all of that, it's like I'm really just pissed at myself that I let it get to me. And I think a lot of it really just affected me too because I wasn't like in my best self, you know, like I wasn't healthy. And like I don't have no problems with you. I really don't. Like at the end of the day, it all came down to him. That's why I never even wanted to speak to you, you know, in the first place, because it just I knew it had nothing to do with you. But I just want to apologize to you, girl, because one, I'm just sorry for my shitty partner.
fuck him.
The fact,
That man. He can kiss my whole ass, and he's lucky he's blocked because he would have hurt my mouth. But I don't give a fuck enough to even take it there.
oh my God, no, I want to know the tea.
Oh, this man is
Because y'all were just at Tao together.
because he begged to be there. Begged, begged. If it wasn't for us, he called Olivia mad because I had him blocked because I didn't want to invite him there. And then he also called Jay begging, telling him to, he basically called Olivia and Jay both to like have them beg me to let him come. And then someone canceled. Oh, Jack canceled last second. So we had an open seat. So I said, okay. That's, yes, I
um,
come last second. And he did because he wants the clout of the show so bad. So he wants to be friends with the challengers so bad. People that don't really
girl,
so, you know.
yeah. I mean, I haven't been in nobody's face. I've been out of town, you know.
Yeah. No,
I'm
because
just
I would have invited you to I invited everyone that was here in LA. And mind you, that table was kind of awkward because not everybody was friends.
yeah.
That's exactly what it was. At the end of the day, I wouldn't have given a shit. First off, I had both Johnny and Jordan there. Do you think I really give a shit?
Wait. I just realized that.
Yeah. Like they were all like,
Oh,
Nurys, anybody could pull this shit off. It was you. Mind you, I was sitting here and originally the two open seats were right here. Johnny was here, Jordan was here, and then Jordan was like, I'm moving.
yeah, man. Yeah, I guess we can't really talk about the Jordan shit yet, but it all just played out how it played out, you know, like I think I mean like at the end of the day like he was my partner and like I don't want to talk shit on him cuz I'm sure he's a great guy somewhere in there, but damn man, like it just don't make sense. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
To be honest, I'm not like I hate that I am being hella shady and hella talking shit, but to be honest, I'm really not surprised that he carried himself the way that he did outside of the show, only because like I said, once you guys left, I was probably asked, like I said the day after. We were all, a bunch of us were in the kitchen and I was asked the day after, like, oh, how do you feel? How do you I literally exactly what happened is exactly what I said. I had predicted it, you know. Um, like I'm about to be 28. I've dealt with Johnny's in the past, so I always knew it
Mhm.
was gonna happen. Um, I was just having fun. Like probably should have been smarter thinking with my head, not my vagina. But now shit happens.
Yeah.
And but I always knew that I feel like I always kind of saw him for who he was. Like I always saw that side of him, and I always knew what he was capable of. So I'm not too mad at myself, but
I Well, like I knew something was off because it's like, well, one, he wasn't giving me like, girl, like on the show, it was like, oh, like, okay, why aren't we like hanging out? Why aren't we, you know, talking more and like getting like, for me, it's like everyone I asked, I'm like, dude, like it wasn't that I wanted to have any like sexual relationship with Johnny on the show, but it was, yeah, I wanted to be closer because I knew it would help our game. To him, he thought getting closer would not help our game.
mm,
And I'm like,
I will say,
because,
like me and him used to argue a lot about you because not even argue, I wouldn't even say argue, bad choice of words. Like we would have conversations where I would be like, why don't you go spend time with her? He's like, I don't want to. And I was like, well, why not at least
yeah,
of your game? Or then, but then I would see y'all close together and I'd be like, so it would irk
what you mean close?
because,
What do you mean
like,
close?
like, random situations, like, you know, how we would have to like line up to go to the challenges, like, or things
Hmm.
like that, where I would see like you guys were sitting like basically on each other's laps before going to little things like that, and I'd be like, I don't like it, but obviously that's like the territorial in me. But I honestly, I mean, I'm sure he could vouch for me if he wanted to, but
Girl,
I
I barely felt like I could touch this man. Like right before we were finding out who won between me and Mariah and Fessy, I was literally like holding his arm because I was so nervous, but I felt like I was crossing boundaries and lines because I knew he like I knew like the feeling wasn't like mutual. So I'm like, I don't even want to touch you.
yeah.
And that's where like the communication and all of that shit was just all fucked up. Like he
I
really fucked it up.
also I think a lot of people, like I keep seeing a lot of comments in here. I guess I won't speak on it. Maybe you should speak on it because you kind of you're the one that experienced it. But there a lot of people are confused as to why you thought that you guys were going to be more. I,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really like they don't really show it. They only show Nelson asking you like, and you said yeah, like I thought, and
Yeah.
up. I
Well,
think
that was
a lot of
because
people are confused, but I mean, yeah.
I mean, if like, oh, I guess they actually didn't end up showing this, but yeah, I mean, like he was leading me on before we went on the show. I was driving to his house like 3, 4 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
staying the night, cuddling, spooning, working on things like that. We were watching the show, doing like mind games, puzzles. Like we were, we were on that like path, So, yeah, as soon as like that plane situation happened, it was like a big, just like slap in the face, because I'm like, okay, so all of that meant nothing. I'm just like, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I'm so confused because like we would be intimate, not like physically, but we would be intimate. And he would say like, let's wait for the show. Let's wait for the show.
That was
Let's wait for the show.
exactly what I was waiting for you to say, because that was like
Yeah.
when he told me that, and I straight up told him, I was like, well, why didn't you just tell her the truth? Because obviously, when we were in quarantine and we were in the hotel, I had asked him that. I'm like, why didn't you just tell her the truth? You could have avoided all of this if you would have told her like, hey, before getting into the house, I'm not interested. She could have had time before even getting into the house to get over you and to like realize that that's not what it was. But I told him the same thing. That's why I even told you, I was like, I understand where you're coming from, because he fed you bullshit before, and then obviously that's not what he wanted to do. He knew that going into the house, regardless of it being me, he knew that it wasn't going to be you, if that makes sense. Like he
I
already
don't know what he knew because I knew you guys had met 2 weeks before.
no
And
literally met, I would say maybe 4 days prior to us all leaving. And
exactly. So
but
to me, it's like I was going over there more than usual, like 4 weeks before we left. And he was saying, let's wait for the show. I'm like, I feel like he already had intentions on hooking up with someone else,
that,
like
that's what I'm saying.
whoever.
Did like I said, even if it wasn't me, he already was gonna choose up with somebody, because he knew the reason why he kept saying let's wait for the show is because he knew once he got there he was about to do some other shit.
Yeah, because he felt like being like that with me would not be good for our game, which is just fucking makes no fucking sense. But I'm like, okay, but here's my dumb ass. Okay, we'll wait for the show. I'm like, yeah,
We're
okay,
all a
let's
little
just
dumb
wait.
sometimes. I don't know what these
I'm
women
like,
are doing.
cool. Yeah, I'm like, you want to wait for the cameras? All right, cool. But this isn't gonna play out as you want.
Mm-hmm.
So it just is like, whatever, bro. Like, because like when you ran down at the end of the challenge, they didn't even show this part either. But like,
When
you were able to like, you got so close to him. You were this far apart from him, and I looked at him and I was like, "Go hug her." Like, what are you doing? Like, because you were like, you could like, he could have ran up and hugged you if you wanted to, right before they told you to go back on the thing,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Go hug her," and because that's what I would have wanted.
Yeah,
And
ran down there and got embarrassed by production. I said, oh, let me tiptoe back upstairs.
you slowly tiptoe, but I'm like,
Literally
why ain't
slowly tiptoe.
dude just hug you? Like, what the fuck is
And
wrong? And
that comment
girl,
said, it's been real, have fun. And I said, noted, I will definitely do me. Don't worry, boo. I will definitely do me. That's one thing you don't got to worry about me. I will definitely do me. And I wish they would have shown that, because like I said, even though I did like in my interview say, oh yeah, like now I have to go back to my bed and sleep alone, like for sure that is how I felt, but I also addressed that. I hate that they're not showing like the real, because I always was very real with my feelings. I was always like, he's not gonna be my man, like that's not gonna be my boyfriend. I already know, like he's too young, his mindset's different than mine, like we're on two different places. When we get out of here in the house it makes sense, but outside of this it doesn't really.
yeah, yeah. And I was just, but that last confessional solidified everything. I was like, oh,
He said, oh, I forgot about her. Oh, don't show that. I said,
this fool is a character,
wait, there's,
girl.
I know you're both Aquariuses. When are your birthdays? I remember we talked about this at the airport when we first met, but when is your birthday? Because I'm an Aquarius too.
Mine's January 29th.
February 13th.
Oh, that's my grandma's birthday.
Yeah, I think we had talked about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonder, because we're both feisty Aquariuses, and it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, definitely similar for sure. Yeah, but no hard feelings, boo. It's all good. It's all dead in the sand and literally dead in the sand.
They said, add Johnny. I see he just joined the live. He's not in here. He's blocked on my end, so I don't think he can listen. Can he?
Unless you
'Cause he follows you, right? I don't think he can watch from because I haven't blocked.
I don't I don't know.
I'm like, first off, I would not add him regardless.
Girl, when I tell you like we did not speak after the show like all summer.
Yeah, he
And
told
that made it
me that you blocked him, or right? You blocked him, or you unfollowed him, or
I tried to follow him, but I couldn't even stand to look at his fucking pictures. So I blocked you and we just got cool again just recently. But that was like because like it's like that was my first show, you know? That was the hardest thing I ever had to fucking do. And to
Mhm.
feel like I didn't have someone to like talk to and lean on,
Yeah.
it was just sad. And
And
it wasn't like I wanted to have sex with you, boy. I wanted like emotional support.
mhm,
Like it's more than just a game. And that's when we fuck up. Like he was just too selfish.
yeah, I mean, well, we'll see now. Let's see. Hopefully, we get opportunities to do this shit again. And if we do, now we know. We'll go about it differently. Um,
Yeah.
because yeah, but with the fans,
Yeah.
so
All right, guys, no more beef. So you can leave me and Nurys alone.
right now, y'all can go hate Johnny, please.
Yeah. Oh my
They're gonna
God.
post this on one of the T pages, and he's gonna see that shit and shit his pants.
He literally did it to himself, IDC.
Yeah, big
So
fact.
over it. Okay, girl, it was nice talking to you and good luck on the rest of your season. And I'll hit you soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye. I don't even know how to do this. How the fuck? Oh, there we go. It's I should have been chasing Horacio like I've been saying. I'm fucking weak. First off, Horacio's a very good looking man. And it's so crazy. Like, no shade. He knows. I already said it when he first was in my live earlier. I'm super shocked at how much airtime he's getting because Horacio's so quiet. He's such a good, quiet boy. Quiet man. I'm gonna call him a man because he's actually a man. But he is so quiet. Um, and not like drama in any way, shape, or form, but he's getting so much airtime, and I'm like, God damn. I mean, I'm not hating at all. I love it. Like, I love it. He deserves it. You know what I mean? At least someone that's a good man, a good quality man, is getting the airtime and getting like the love that he deserves. Fucking beast, literally a beast. How did Jenny and Ravyn end up as ride or dies? Honestly, I have no idea. I think Johnny got asked for it, and I think he brought her along because they had recently met, and he probably realized. I mean, she's fit, she's an athlete too, so like he probably was trying to decide like, all right, who could be a boss and be there with me, for as a good competitor. I'm gonna assume because I mean, yeah, I don't know. Johnny doesn't seem like someone who really has many female friends though, so I don't know. This Nurys always looks good. Fuck you mean. Um, do you think Polly and Kara should have been on? First off, when I got to the airport, so like a lot of the OG vets already knew that, or not the OG vets, but all the vets, they already knew basically the whole cast that was going, right? Us rookies, I didn't really know who was going to be there and who wasn't going to be there. And I 1000% thought Polly and Kara were going to be there. So when we were at the airport, I thought I was going to see them, and I didn't. And I was so shocked. And it's crazy because I'm not gonna say names. Normally I'm messy, but I'm gonna let them deal with their own drama. But there was a lot of people in the house who constantly brought up Kara and Polly, and I told them, I was like, yeah, I'm friends with them. Like, I would say it, and I'm like, just so you guys know, because I'm listening to the tea, and I'm telling y'all, I'm friends with Polly. Like, I've known Polly now for 4 years. We did Staying Relevant together. Like, I love Polly, and so how much he was talked about, how much they were talked about, I literally was like, man, if they were here, this shit would have been fucking good because they're not even here and they're already being talked about a lot. It was always like I'm so glad they're not here. Like they try so hard, blah blah blah. It was like it was multiple different people, but it was always like so much hate towards them that I was just like, man, if they were here, that would have been good fucking tea. It would have been good tea for a fact. Polly and Cara really deserved the spot. They really did. And honestly, I would have just been dope. Like, me as a fan, so obviously I am a challenger now, but like I've been watching the challenge since 2010, 2011. So I'm definitely a challenge fan too. As a fan, I would have fucking loved to see Cara Maria there. Like, she's a fucking beast. First of all, I would have been scared. Not gonna lie, definitely would have been scared. Do not put me up against her in any way, shape, or form, please. But for sure, I was like, damn, that would have been great. Oh, we know who talking shit. Ain't shocked. Nobody fucking up Cara and Pauline in elimination. Yeah, so spill the names. I'm like, nah, let me not. I'm already messy as it is, and I've already gave y'all so much tea today. But I can't. I'm not going. I'm not. I'm not gonna go down that right. Now that's some loyal shit. It's all about having people's back when they're not around. Yeah, they knew. I very much said yeah. And on top of that, like, one thing I fuck with Polly for is that Polly has put money in my pockets. Like, that's when you know you're a real friend. If you're a real friend when you look out for your friends and put money in their pockets. And I'm about my money, so I very much was like, that's my friend. You like watching? I've like I said, I've watched this challenge. I watched the challenge since 2010, 2011. I forget which season was my first season ever watching. My brother already used to watch it, so I used to watch random episodes here and there before that, but I didn't actually start like actively watching the challenge and watching full seasons until like 2010, 2011. I was in high school. Chance, please, mama, go that way. Would have loved to see y'all align with Polly and Cara. And I think the best part about that, I don't know if we would have been necessarily aligned because there's just so many like different everything, but probably because I do fucking love him. It said, do you like Amanda? I've never met her. Actually, have I met Amanda? No, I don't think I've met Amanda. No hate. I did see that she had tweeted saying that the only reason why I got the call was because she declined, which, hey, that might be true. A blessing for me. So, I mean, and I don't think that was shade. I mean, it might have been shade, but it also, if it was facts, it was facts, you know? I literally don't give a shit. Like, I was like, all right, but thank you for turning it down. I'm actually super glad that you did because I got to go on and I had an amazing time. So, I said, exactly, bestie. I said, that's tea. I was 15. I'm 33 now. You see, we've been watching this shit for mad long. What? This is 2022. I've been watching this shit for 12 years. That's insane. Give us the turbo tea, sis. Okay, what kind of turbo tea? Devin and Turbo got into it. That was a funny fight. When I tell you, that fight was so loud, not exaggerating. So the layout of the house was, all the bedrooms were like this, right, up against like a wall, and we all had big glass windows. And they were arguing outside by the gym. When I tell you, everybody that I talked to, everybody said that the moment you heard Turbo flipping the fuck out, we all ran to the window. Didn't matter what room you were in. Everyone ran to a window, was like, what's going on? Like, watching it, hearing the tea, because none of us wanted to be outside, first of all. We did not want to be around them arguing at all. But they started going off. I forget what they were saying, but that's when Turbo called Devin a pussy chicken level 3. And then Devin was like, well, I'm a pussy chicken level 3. That means you're a pussy chicken level 4. And then they started going back and forth. There was a time in the house where I'm literally, when I'm saying, I'm just giving you guys like stuff that they've cut out. Turbo was in the kitchen throwing knives at a cutting board. And mind you, he wasn't doing it like in a way to like make anyone feel uncomfortable, but naturally did, because we all share a kitchen together. And to have you throwing our kitchen knives at our kitchen cutting board while other people are in that room was kind of like a lot, you know? So we, like I said, that happened and we were like, what is good with this man? Why is he's throwing like like he's throwing stars, like at the fucking cutting board. Like, then I tell you, there's a lot. There was a lot that was cut out. Trying to think of what else was going on, but I tell you that shit was so funny. Pussy chicken level 3, yes please. The Jordan T that you were going to talk about. Y'all keep asking me. I'm gonna smack the shit out of y'all. I cannot talk about Jordan. Oh wait, y'all, mate. I just went off on y'all. I think you guys are talking about when I said I wanted to give you guys the tea before Ravyn came in here, right? So, boom, tea. Back to elimination number 2. Yes, after Turbo went home and Jordan comes in. Me, as a challenge fan, was a fan of Jordan's 100%. Like, growing up, like I said, I am considered an underdog. I'm too small. She's too this. She would never be good on the challenge. That for me. So watching Jordan, have someone that, once again, people would think couldn't do things, and consider him to be, you know what I mean? People who don't know him, watching him like thrive and kill it in all the seasons that he's done, be that much of an amazing competitor and athlete, to me was just like amazing. And so watching Jordan walk in, I literally was jaw dropped. I couldn't believe that I was on a season with someone who I genuinely feel like is a legend, someone who's fucking an amazing like competitor. And he walked in and I was like, oh shit, like I was fangirling out, not gonna lie. I can openly admit that. We walked back in the house and mind you, Johnny, you should share a room with Johnny, Turbo, Chauncey, and Jay. Now Turbo goes home that elimination, so Jordan automatically gets Turbo's bed. That means that Johnny and Jordan are sharing a bedroom. I walk in the room and it's just Jay. So I walk in and I'm like, hey, Jay, like, what's up? And Jay's like, Nurys, I got to tell you something. I was like, what? He was like, Jordan asked about you. I said, ooh, he did. My little challenge. I'm fangirling out. I said, ooh, he did. And Jay's like, yeah, like he just came up to me. He said, who's the girl with the good skin? I thought that was so funny. He said, who's the girl with the good skin? And I guess Jay was like, that's Nurys. So this was after Johnny and Ravyn, like the whole her going into his bed thing, whatever. So as my friend, Jay literally was like, nah, fuck that. Like, I don't trust Johnny for you as a friend. You know what I mean? That just looking out for me. He's like, I don't trust him for you. Just know. Because, like, why would he let that happen? And he's like, I think that you should go talk to Jordan. And I said, I'm staying away because that was messy. And Jay was like, nah, you're right. Don't do it. And he was like, all right. And then Johnny walks in. Johnny's like, what are y'all talking about? We were like, nothing. Nothing. And Johnny was like, nah, what's up? I said, nothing. We were just talking about Jordan. And he was like, yeah, why do you have that big ass smile on your face? Something like that. I was like, oh, because I was like, I'm happy that Jordan's here. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm fangirling. Like, I'm a big fan and he's a fucking dope ass competitor. Johnny literally was like, yeah, well, you have another 2 minutes to fangirl out over him because I'm not dealing with that. And I was like, okay. I was like, I look at Jay like, okay. So I just thought that was funny. Because I was like, yeah. So that was my little mini tea time on that. But it was, like I said, it was just funny because yeah, that was just, yeah. Let me see. They say, wow, you're spilling all the tea. You deserve a follow. I've been trying, y'all. Listen, yeah, like I think y'all deserve all of it because I hate that it's been edited out. So Jordan got Turbo's bed. What a coincidence. Yeah, he did. It was funny. They said Jordan got game. Sis, yes, your skin is flawless. Not really. You know what's so crazy? My skin was probably the worst it's been right before I went on the challenge. I go on the challenge. Literally 4 days later, my skin completely clears up. My dark spots start going away. And I'm like, what is in the air in Argentina? Because what the fuck? Literally, randomly. And I wasn't doing anything different. Yeah. Definitely save this live. It's actually classic at this point. I got y'all. I'm gonna save this for sure. First off, this shit is long as fuck because I feel like I've been on live for so fucking long. Yeah, was Nelson in any drama? You know what's crazy? Nelson was like, love this man. But he would tell me to shut the fuck up every 2 seconds because I'm drama. And I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. I don't know how to, y'all know me, I'm just problematic sometimes. What is good with this piece of hair? So I'm drama sometimes. So he kept being like, Nurys, shut the fuck up and stop saying so much. Or Nurys, calm down, stop being so angry. I would say things like, even like, they don't show it, but like when Annalise and Tommy decided to pick Kim and Colleen, um not the vets weren't like, ooh, they didn't know because they weren't a part of any of our alliances, they weren't a part of any of the conversations, so they didn't know how much of a big deal that was at the time. So they're all like, oh, that's a smart move, that's a smart move. I said that was not no smart move. Nelson's like, Nurys, shut up. And I was like, but that wasn't a smart move. And they were like, yeah, but I think Bananas was like, oh, but wouldn't Kim and Colleen have wouldn't I forgot what they said, something like, wouldn't they have each other's back? I was like, no, first off. And then I started telling them the tea, and Nelson's literally like slapping me like, Nurys, you're doing too much. And I'm like, what? Let me fucking be me. But he would literally not let me speak my mind half the time because he was like, Nurys, if you bring too much attention to us, it's not gonna be good. So he literally would literally smack me or just give me that look like a dad, like, I'm like, okay. So that sucked because listen, I am very outspoken, but shout out to Nelson for keeping me composed. If I won the last daily, who would I have put in? That's a good question. Honestly, everything changes so fast in that game that I really can't say who it would have been. They said I should start a podcast. I really should. Who else? Aside from Cara and Polly, who else would you have wanted on the season? Cam and Leroy. I know Leroy is retired, but like Cam's a beast. Oh, that would have been so good. So good. Oh, I would have loved to compete with her. They're trying to get you to be messy. Give us a tea on Emmy. I don't know what else to say. There really wasn't, like I said, I don't know. Hold on. Let me, before I go into another thing of tea, let me keep reading what else you guys think. Cam and Leroy, yes, for a fact. Oh, my phone. Let me put my phone's charge because this shit's about to die. I've literally been on here for so long. I truly hope you guys love me because I've been tired all day, and literally I went out to eat and it gave me the itis, and I was gonna come home and go to sleep, and I decided, you know what? Listen, I have no makeup on either. Luckily, shout out to these filters, but I literally wasn't about to come on here, but I'm glad I did. So yes. Did you meet James, Anissa's original partner? I did. He was so fucking sweet. He was so nice. It was funny because who was it that I called? Oh, Laurel. I think one day I was with Laurel and him, and Laurel looked at me. She's like, "You're so fucking beautiful." And I was like, Laurel, you're so beautiful too. Like, you're gorgeous. And she was like, no, no, no. I don't like when people automatically give you a compliment when you give them a compliment because I feel like it's a lie. And I said, Laurel, I've been calling you beautiful from the day that you walked in here. And I think James had heard me call her beautiful like a few days before that. But he literally was like, no, Laurel, she thinks you're beautiful. I heard her say it already. So I was like, I love that he like, went out of his way to say that because first off, she is beautiful. Like, oh, girl, I'll be defending you now in the Twitter streets. Well, thank you. Because, at the end of the day, listen, one thing about me, I can hand the heat. I can take the heat. Like, people have been talking shit about me for the past 5 years since I've been on TV. Even past that, when I was in high school, I was that girl to always be in Twitter drama. Like, I've been hated for a while, and I've learned to just take it. Because at the end of the day, like, other people's opinions of me, truly, I don't give a fuck. It took me a long time. This is why, listen, best piece of advice, like yourself. Love yourself for everything that you are. None of us are perfect. Like yourself for the good, the bad, the ugly, the shit that other people don't like you for, the shit that your insecurities. Love yourself for all of that. Because then guess what? No one could ever make you feel like less than. Okay? Y'all think I'm a whore? Y'all think I'm this? Y'all think I'm that? Okay, cool. That's your opinion. I like myself, so What does what you guys think about me have to do with me? I'm the only person living with myself 24/7. So, you know, my one piece of advice for you guys. What happened with Olivia? Yeah, this girl never came back. She mad fake. I'm weak. The comment got me cackling, dog. I love that they got more Latinos on the show. Wish they show y'all speaking Spanish. Fun fact. Fun fact. This season, almost everybody on that season spoke Spanish. No joke. I'm gonna. What am I doing? Oops. I'm gonna go on right now to see the cast so I can remember everybody, because I literally want to tell you guys how many people on our cast either is Hispanic or knows how to speak Spanish, like fluently. Okay, like it was insane because we all spoke Spanish, all of us. It was truly insane. Tea on Fessy or bananas. I don't really have tea on bananas I don't really have tea on bananas. She's probably sauced by now. Who are you dating? I am single. Well, getting to know people. I'm finally, guys, fun fact, I'm finally in a place in my life where I feel like I want to get a boyfriend again. I want to fall in love. Nani and Nurys, mother and daughter, we really are. They said not Nelson. Nelson's a fake Hispanic, but he's Hispanic. You should be a legit streamer. Oh, what, like on what network? Because let me know. Honestly, I did want to start my own podcast, but I didn't know if people would actually want to listen to me. Okay. Amber, I don't think she spoke Spanish. Annalise is Hispanic. Anissa spoke Spanish. Chauncey didn't. Colleen speaks Spanish. Darrell speaks Spanish. Devin, I don't think so. Emmy spoke Spanish. Fessy, I think he somewhat understands it if I don't remember correctly. Horacio speaks Spanish. Jack, no. Jay speaks Spanish. Bananas, I don't remember. I think he does. Johnny, no. Jordan, no. Why isn't it letting me? Okay, let me see. Kayla, she's Hispanic. Casey and Kenny, I don't think they speak Spanish. Kim, I don't think so either. Laurel speaks fluent Spanish. Michelle, I don't think so. Mariah, she's Hispanic. Nam, I actually think he might speak Spanish too. Nani speaks Spanish. Nelson is Hispanic. Let me see. Me, I speak Spanish. I don't think Olivia or Ravyn or Sam. Tamara speaks Spanish. Absolutely fluent. I forget where she's from. Cuban, I think. Speaks Spanish. Tommy, I don't think so. Tori, actually, her Spanish is actually pretty good too. She's not fluent, but it's actually really good. And Veronica speaks fluent Spanish. We all were in there talking Spanish to each other. And almost everyone on the production spoke Spanish. It was dope as fuck. And then we were all in Argentina. So even like the people that we would see like at the bars and stuff like that, they all spoke Spanish. So almost all of us on the cast could communicate naturally with like the locals. It was so dope. And I'm like, I was just shocked because that's very rare for that to be a thing. Like, so insane. We all spoke Spanish. They said, slow down. They said, Laurel's a scientist. Of course she does. Did my dog cut me? Like, first off, this dog really cut me. Jay speaks Spanish. Yes, Jay speaks very good Spanish. I thought Jordan is half Hispanic. I think he is too. Yeah. Yeah. Jordan knows a little bit. He's half Panamanian. Yes, he is. Nam speaks Spanish. You see? Everybody, the entire cast. Turbo speaks angry. Stop. Y'all are fucking hilarious. Olivia speaks Spanish. I don't think Olivia speaks Spanish. She definitely don't speak Spanish because Horacio was just talking Spanish. She was like, Nelson is fake Puerto Rican. He really is. The whole time. He's like, Nurys, please teach me. Please teach me. I thought Nani's, yeah. I think Nani can like speak it enough to like get by. I'm pretty sure. And she understands it. They said, wait, did you say Laurel? Laurel? First off, Laurel speaks Spanish as if she's Hispanic herself. 1000%. So her Spanish is amazing. Like, so good. Can Darrell speak Spanish? Yes, Darrell can speak Spanish. His wife is Hispanic, and their kids know Spanish. So I didn't know that either. So one day I think I had said something in Spanish to somebody. He understood perfectly, and I was like, he's like, yeah, my wife. I think his wife is Mexican, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and so she speaks fluent Spanish, and their kids speak fluent Spanish. Is it you interacting with the locals too? Yeah. So like whenever you see us go to the bars, there was two different places. So one of them was called the brewery and the other one was called the bar. The one from the last episode was the brewery. And the people that were working behind the counter, like the bartenders, they were all locals. I'm from Argentina. Did you like it there? So we were in the middle of nowhere, Argentina. We were about 3.5 hours away from Buenos Aires. We were truly in the middle of nowhere. We didn't really get to experience much of the culture in Argentina. But so I really didn't have much of an opinion, I'm gonna be honest with you, because we didn't really get to experience it like that. I said, do you look at T pages / spoil pages before you went on to see who was on the cast? No, I didn't, which is why I really didn't know how many people were going on there. I mean, I've seen some T pages that I naturally follow post some castmates, but they didn't know the full cast regardless. So like they posted like these people might be on it, but never like, you know what I mean? They didn't really necessarily know. Who was your favorite vet other than Nelson? Ooh, let me look. I'm gonna look at the. By the way, if you guys want to know what I'm looking at, it's the challenge page. They have a casting. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys know this, but they have bios. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, they have bios of all of us on there on mtv.com, and we all have different bios, and within the bio you can kind of tell like how you're going to be portrayed, I would say. So yeah, see, if you guys want to know, you guys can go ahead and read on it. I didn't know Nelson was Hispanic. I thought he was Wayne's brother. I'm weak. Y'all just be saying just anything on here. Mama, go play with these toys. My daughter. How far of a drive were the bars? I say about 7 minutes. They were really close. Gamer Vev always gets the casting right. She really does. But they also don't know everybody, because technically they didn't know all the people that were for sure on and things like that. We're naming the podcast Blunt Talks with Nurys Mateo. Guys, I'm sober. So no Blunt Talks. We would have to think of a different name. Sober Talks. No. Let me see. Something with an N. Something with an N and with Nurys. Like, you know what I mean? What breed is your daughter? Mama, come over here. They want to see you. Come over here. Come over here. Come on. She's bringing me a ball because she thinks I want to play fetch. You see what y'all did? They say your dog needs to pee. She don't need to pee. She's literally, I have a box of her toys, and she's over here trying to get the box down. Mind you, she has 4 toys right here on the ground, and she wants the other ones. For what reason? Say hi, mamas. Say hi, mamas. Don't mind my mess back there. Say hi, mamas. That's my daughter. She is a German Shepherd mix. Would you pick Dee Dee as a partner or Olivia? Ooh, that's hard. I played the 5th because those my babies. Where's the white dog that you posted on your other account? Oh, the little one. So that dog was a nothing new with Nurys. Not nothing new. It would have to be, I like that, but something a little better. But found that dog. My friend found the dog. I took it in, and we ended up finding its owner. So it's back happily at its home. Is this the first season the challenge called you? They'd reached out. The ears are adorable, right? They had reached out. Was it Arthur or the one or X on the beach? I can't remember. Can't remember. But fun fact, Dee Dee had made it on the cast as an alternate. I think that was after X on the beach. And she was supposed to go on it, and then they ended up hitting up hitting her up last minute and dropping her from even being an alternate. Because she started off, I think, originally was going to be part of the cast. Then she was going to be an alternate. Then they completely scratched the theme, and I guess she didn't fit with the theme anymore. And then, yeah. But I forget which one it was. I've been on this shit. I literally just saw it. I just scrolled down so I could see my notifications. And y'all messy. I literally see that you guys instantly tagged Polly, being like, they're talking shit about you, Polly. And tagged me in it. Y'all funny. Not me talking shit, but saying that other people were. And I didn't say who. So yeah, I better not be hearing Nurys said this and this and this, because I did not. Anyways, I'm saving this. No shade with Nurys. Ooh, I like that. You're gonna screenshot that for the future. Nurys, if the show ever asked you to do an Exes with Malcolm, would you do it? Yes, I would. Malcolm and I have a great friendship too. Not like that, but we're cool. We're civil. He's respectful to me. See, I want y'all to know, me and all my exes, except for like two, anybody that's ever really been in my life and actually truly knows Nurys for who she is, even if we don't speak right now, will always respect me. They'll always see me as a queen. They always act accordingly when it comes to me. Like, I never really get treated like, they may have fucked up, they may have cheated, they may have done their own bullshit, whatever, but 100% will always have my back. Always people that are there for me. People like, I don't know, I'm very grateful to be able to be kumbaya and be really cool with the people that I've had past relations with, and that the fact that they love me and like truly are like, Nurys is fucking dope, and like would never actually embarrass, you know what I mean? Like, look at me and Nelson on this season. Like, he's my fucking ride or die. And I love that man. Swear to God, I love Nelson. I love that man. Nurys said, that's your podcast right there. Give me 95% of that. Ooh, I like that. I just screenshotted that too. You have my stand card after this. Thank you. Every ex adores you, as they should. They really do. Very grateful for it, but it's because they always realize that they fucked up. It wasn't me. Ow, my knees. Guys, I'm getting old. All I was doing just sitting here. Why do my knees already hurt? Nurys, how did you and Deandra become so close? You know, it's funny. Y'all don't ever really ask me that. You guys say like how, like where we became cool, and I always say X on the beach. But so going into X on the beach, Dee and I, we weren't friends, right? We were civil and we had mutual friends. We had been around each other naturally before, but we were not friends. We were not people that texted, called each other, nothing. When I went into the X on the Beach house, excuse me. When I went to the X on the Beach house, when I did my entrance on the beach with with Malcolm, production came up to me and they were like, "Hey, just so you know, Dee almost went home last night. She wanted to go home. She did not want to be here anymore. She quit. Like, not because they were eliminating her, but because she wanted to go home." And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, the girls, well, not just the girls, because some of the guys too, were starting rumors about her. They were bullying her, to say the least. And she's having a rough time." And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And they were like, "Yeah, so just know when you get in there, like, you're kind of going to have to, they're going to recruit you to be hating on Dee too, because nobody really likes her in that house." And production thought, by telling me that I was going to automatically be on the mean girl side. They weren't saying it for me to look out for Dee. They were saying it for me to add on to the drama. So when I walked in there, what they don't show is that when I walked in the doors, we had a balcony, and it was like Jose, Morgan, Janelle, and Maya, and maybe Cheyenne. They were all up top. I walk in like, "Hey, everybody." And then I see all five of them standing up there, and they're like, "Stand right fucking there." And I said, what? I said, y'all thought. I kept walking. They don't show none of this. They all sprint down the stairs like, you're an ex. You have to act accordingly, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, first off, it was me and Jose. I said, first off, I don't give a fuck who any of you guys are. I just got here and you guys are not about to fucking bully me. I don't give a fuck. And they were like, Jose, like, I talk like this because I'm Puerto Rican. And I said, okay, and I'm Dominican. What's up? And we literally, it was like a whole thing. And I was like, I don't fuck with none of these people because y'all just tried me the moment I walked in. For what reason? But it wasn't even, I guess I might have misread the situation. I think they had like an initiation process or whatever. And don't go. Do you understand that you shit about you guys? I'm like, no, I'm just telling you guys like what actually happened. Because I'm over all that and genuinely have no, I'm just telling you guys the story. So at that point, I see Dee Dee, and that's when they show Dee Dee's like, oh, can I show you around the house? I got to tell you what happened. I was like, okay. And then she was telling me that they were all trying to vote her in. They're all trying to eliminate her. And she was telling me all the tea about the drama and the stories and the rumors that they were starting that were so nasty and so mean. And from that moment on, I literally told her, I said, I want you to know, like, I have your back. And it's no longer about to be 4 people against you. It's going to be 2 of us against them. Because who wants to, I'm not, one thing about me is I'm not a bully. I will never be a bully. That's just not me. That's not how I carry myself. And so if I had to go be with the underdog and help out the underdog, that's what I was going to do. And then we became best friends and we were attached at the hip like this. I told her I was moving to LA. I told her about my plans and she said, can I join? And I said, sure. And we've been living together for 4 years. So yeah. That is the story. Your skin and brows are so gorgeous, bestie. You're so mature and empathetic, queen, main character. Stop. First off, I fucking hate my eyebrows. For some reason, the hair doesn't grow. This has been them. They don't get bushy. Mind you, I'm a hairy person. The eyebrows don't get hairy. They don't grow. They've been like this for mad long. I don't even touch them up. I don't remember the last time I got my eyebrows done. So MTV was good during that time. Man, y'all, you don't understand. First off, I was just watching, one of my friends had never watched Ari the One and X on the Beach, so we played her like clips from Ari the One and X on the Beach of me and Dee Dee yesterday, and watching it back just reminded me how iconic our seasons were. Not gonna lie, we ate season 6, Ari the One, 8, season 2, X on the Beach, 8. Like, so much drama, so much fighting, so much, X on the Beach was iconic when we were on it. Like, literally, shout out to me, Dee Dee, Maya, and Janelle. We carried that season. Like, it is insane. You know what I mean? There was so much drama. I love how you do your winged eyeliner. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you. So not her being a part of MTV's golden era. I really was. I tell you, the most iconic seasons. Also, someone had asked me if I would do X on the Beach again recently. And I was, I realized, like, yeah, I would. You know why? Because now I got actual exes and I got actual people that I would square the fuck up with. I mean, mind you, Nelson got it when he first got on the beach. I kept calling him a bitch. But yeah. No, same, but yours are in such a perfect shape. Thank you. I don't know, the way you just sit in Ravyn's face with your ex and came in here thinking son is weird and hoish. Huh? I'm so confused. I don't know, the way you just sit in Ravyn's face with her ex that came in here thinking son is weird and hoish. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you need to learn how to write before you try to come at me because you sound illiterate. Get it together before you come in my life talking your shit. They should recast y'all from season 2. No, they really should, honestly, because I don't know I don't know what's going on with Maya or Janelle, but I'm sure they got ain't shit exes that they could go bring on there. You know what I mean? Like, it would be iconic all over again. Could you imagine a rerun and having us 4 all over again on X on the Beach? It would be insane. Are you and Janelle cool now? Me and Janelle, honestly, we never squashed the beef, but also I don't think we're in a place to hate each other. life, like I said, it's been 4 years since Ex on the Beach. I can't imagine that she's still holding a grudge. I'm not holding a grudge anymore. I'm sure she's doing great in life and would not give a fuck about any of the drama right now, which is exactly why I don't give a shit about any of the drama. So yeah, I'm gonna assume, I wouldn't say cool, but I'm gonna assume we're not on bad terms. So I do respect the fact that you own your shit, even if you look bad. Most people put on a crazy facade. Thank you. You know, I was with Corey Wharton like a week or two ago. We're all friends, so don't think that it was like that. But we were all out together, and you know, we were talking about just life and just things, and he was just like, you know, Nurys, I do want to let you know, like, regardless of like, you know, the shit that you do and shit that people say about you, like, I want to let you know, like, you're really respectable because you actually own your shit. You carry yourself and you don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks. And you literally, like, he was just like, you know, giving me my props for me not being someone who, because a lot of women, you know, we get slut shamed, we get torn down for doing certain shit, and it naturally makes you want to retract and take it back and be like, oh my god, and be upset and be sad. And he was like, well, you just own your truth. Like, no one could ever take your truth away from you because you're just so real. And I appreciated that comment, because sometimes, regardless of how strong I may come off, listening to some of the negative thoughts, like, in the negative comments, like, especially when you see it consistently over and over and over and again, like, it's naturally something that will bother you regardless. So it was nice to hear that, because it makes me want to continue to carry myself the way that I do, because I would hate to, I want to be a role model for you guys, at least, I don't know, maybe younger women, younger girls, you know, like, not telling y'all to go move like me, but also, like, if you do it, own it. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the fuck that means. Just live your truth and own that shit. And don't let nobody talk shit on you. It said, is AYTO canceled? No, actually, they're coming out with a fucking international season. I don't know when the hell's coming out, but I know they finished filming already. So I know that she's gonna be coming back soon. I tried getting one of my friends on Are You the One, but they told her that you needed to be 25. So T, the cast is now older, because when I was on it, you only had to be 21, and now you have to be 25. So I tried getting my girl on it, and they literally were like, no, girl, you are 22 years old, or she's 23. They're like, you're 23, you can go on it. So X on the Peak might be the worst shit I've ever seen. I'm weak. I think Corey is also a massive people pleaser, so I think he admires that in others. I don't think he's a people pleaser. I think he don't give a fuck about much. Would you go on Love Island? No. First off, a show that I can get eliminated on because I don't find love is not the show for me, because, yeah, no. First off, I would be so hurt to, like, you know what I mean? No. You are allowed to change your feelings. That's true. Where's Dee Dee? Not here. Nurys, have you ever met Carol? I need y'all on the challenge together. Oh my god, please. I've never met her, but I loved her on, was it X on the Beach? What was the new X on the Beach thing that they just did, right? Wasn't it X on the Beach? Am I bugging? It was, right? I don't remember. There's an OPE link. How do we apply? This was honestly back in like February, March. So they already casted, they already filmed, so they're not casting anymore. But I had posted it on my story, guys. Like, when Are You the One was casting, I had posted it on my story. I was trying to look out for y'all. And apparently they did another season of X on the Beach that should be coming out soon too. Where I think I'm giving away too much tea, but like, I don't give a fuck, because this got nothing to do with me. I believe they're coming out with a new season of X on the Beach. The concept is couples, so kind of like Temptation Island, I'm gonna assume. Couples go on the show together, and then they bring their exes. Talk about messy. Talk about messy. I'll be damned. I ain't going on no show with my boyfriend who I love, and y'all go bring my other exes to fuck up my relationship. Oh no, or his exes to get him back. No, I'll be damned. No. What is this bomb? Anyways. Dun, dun, dun. I'm so funny. I've just been on here telling you guys all, like, literally just tea all night. This one hair is stressing me out. Like, what the hell? Oh my God, I've been on your life for 2 hours and I feel like I'm on FaceTime with you. Oh, I fucking love you guys. You guys are honestly the fucking best for staying in here with me for this long. And my friends who follow me on Instagram that have been seeing my face floating around on the live, they probably are thinking like, why is this bitch still on live? Like just talking hella shit. What do you think about Uncle CT and do you wish he was on this season? Honestly, no. I am so glad he was not because he's a fucking beast. Look at my dog. Because he's a fucking oh, ma'am. She said get off live. Look at her. She said I need attention. Like, yeah, CT would have bodied us. We don't got time. He's rich as fuck. He didn't need to come this season. Ma'am. I cannot see the comments. She is so rude. Chance, I cannot see anything. Girl. She literally will not. I can't. Do you see this? You see this? They said, Nurys, you're gonna get a fine many months later for spilling all this tea. I really hope I don't. I really hope I don't because I didn't spill anything that, like, I made sure to wait. I gave y'all tea about shit that they did not show in the episode. There's no way they could show it later on. If y'all see this, MTV, the challenge, Buna Murray, to not find me. I'm here to just give the people what they want. Oh my God, Precious. I'm weak. Her name is Chance. She just looked at me like, bitch, what about me? There. She wants me to play fetch with her so bad. Woman Andrew Tate, time's up. I'm weak. What's your time? It's 12:20. I should probably get off here, honestly. Yeah, let me take my ass to sleep because I have an early call time tomorrow. I have a shoot tomorrow, and I'm over here staying up talking to you guys for so long. Is Johnny as big of a sleaze as he seems? Y'all let me know what y'all think. The answer is yes, though. Girl and boy you'd want to debut from Are You the One? Ooh. I would say my best friends, Deandra and Kareem. You model still? Of course. Guys, I'm like, how did this piece of hair come back out? Of course. I literally, that's my career. And that's like what I do aside from this. Also, people were talking about my introduction on the challenge, and they were like, when I was like, oh, when Nelson was like, oh yeah, she was on Are You the One and X on the Beach, and then I was like, and then it cuts to me being like, and I do music videos. First off, I don't just do music videos. First off, my actual, excuse me, fun fact, I actually seen like a clip of what the episode was supposed to like air beforehand, and I very much said I'm a successful model. I'm in a lot of different stores, billboards. I do music videos. That's why I said that. And then they actually originally had a clip of me in the Cardi B music video, but they didn't get it approved, so it wasn't able to be in the official episode. Before the challenge, I only knew that you were entertaining on Are You the One and X on the Beach, and now I feel like we're ending the FaceTime call. No, Bessie, don't leave. I fucking love you guys so much. She was in what, bitches? Stay mad. No, I wasn't up. But yes. Speaking of Cardi B, do her breaths stink? Do y'all think I will be? No, she's fucking fire. First off, and she was so funny because we all, like, right before the kissing scene, like, we all were like popping mints in our mouths and everything, and she was the same way. She felt just as nervous as us. She's honestly so fucking amazing. The day that I did my shoot with her, I did up because I had already did press. I had walked away to go get chapstick because obviously we're about to be making out. I'm like, I can't have crusty lips. I'm about to kiss Cardi B. So I walk away to go get my chapstick, and then I'm walking back on set, and I hear her talking to the girls, and she's like, yeah, you know, that's my girl. That's my friend. So I come in, and I'm like, who are you talking about? She said, you. I said, me? She said, yeah, I was letting them know that me and you, we've already done this before. Yeah, I've already kissed you before. You've been here. We already did a music. I was like, I love you. She literally was giving me my credit. She told them, like, you know, like it was super natural, it was super chill. Like she was like calming the other girls down and just giving me my credit for being an amazing kisser. I would have cried and laughing if you said, hi, I'm Nurys, and I have a WAP. I'm weak. Loki, it just hit me. You're still in my local Target. I'm literally everywhere. It's insane. Like, imagine being my ex, right? Or being someone that really doesn't like me. Not only do you got to see me in stores, you have to see me on TV. You see me in commercials. You see me in music videos. You see me on billboards. You see me in magazines. Imagine. And not only do I do that, right? I also model socially. So you'll have to see me when you're shopping online. You have to see me when you're on Instagram in the ads. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? You would be seeing me everywhere. And that's not even like, I'm tooting my own horn right now because I feel like sometimes people are like, oh, she's just this, she's this, just that. I'm like, I work my fucking ass off in my career. And I've worked hella hard to make myself, I mean, I'm back on reality TV now. Whatever, I'm back on reality TV now, but the past 4 years I've been making my career, my modeling career. I have been building that. I have been working very hard to do that. I fell in love with the gym so I could work on my body, like dysmorphia that I had. You know what I mean? Like I've worked so hard to be where I'm at now. So yes, when people ask me like, what do you do? I'm like, I model. That's my first career. My second career is reality TV, and then a lot of other shit. I want you to beat fair in an influencer boxing match so bad. Honestly, that could be set up. I'm not gonna lie. They gotta pay me $100K though. I ain't doing it for anything less. Mommy, you is too close. I can't put chapstick on. Stink a butt. But okay, bye. I need to get off. Yeah, fumbling is crazy. I know boys be trying to spin the block like crazy. As they should. Ask me if they got a chance. They definitely don't. But I truly love you guys, and I really, 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 really gotta get off here. Y'all are gonna make me very tired for my shoot tomorrow morning. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for all you guys that are literally the most loyal fans, the most loyal supporters, the most loyal fucking friends. At this point, friends. Mommy, please. She's obsessed with me. Look, my daughter wants me to get off too. And I love you guys so much, and I will be saving this live. So if for some reason you missed the beginning of it, you can watch it later on. Mwah.